Hello, I am Jomika, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Last time we built this rocket with the hopes of getting to Minmus, and that is what we're going to try to do today. We're going to set a target there. We're about 7 degrees off. We're going to add a maneuver. That's the moon. What are you? You could shoot us right off into space. Yeah, that's not going to help. So we'll go up roughly around there. That is a terrible time to leave. So yeah, we need to be about there. I guess what we should do first is get to one of the descending nodes and change our plane so we are lined up. 10 minutes, yeah. Solar panels are still retracted. Nope, extended. Wrong word. And then, just so I get the right one, 13, 12, all right. 2. So let's point in the right direction. This was mainly just so I can make sure I'm pointing in the correct direction. 200 delta V. And we'll just keep an eye on that. Oh, we don't need it too close, but the closer we are, the easier it is. All right, so that's not changing much anymore. And then somewhere around here, oops, too many clicks. Gonna escape. And then if we adjust this, somewhere around there, can kind of get the least amount of delta V to get an encounter. I guess it's because we're on the back side of Kerbal. I don't know what's going on. Well, it says 9:30 to get to Minmus. But from here, we could do it in 880. And I think we could do it even less. If we adjust our orbit. Yeah, like right there. I think that's as close as we're gonna get. So yeah, we'll wait 5 minutes. We'll do that burn. Where is Minmus? It's way over here. I guess it takes a long time to get from here all the way around to here. How many days is that away? Day 26? 1 year? No. I don't know. We'll just do the burn when it says do the burn. Let's quick save. I am recording, right? Yep. Do slash right about, well, it stopped for me, so that's good. Let's point at the right spot. Which is actually just going to be prograde. So we can do that. And then at about 16 seconds, we'll start our burn. Maybe about 20 seconds, just so we can slow down the burn towards the end. And I will focus view so we can adjust our orbit. Doesn't matter really which way we come in on, like which direction, because we are going to land. The tricky part will be taking off and making sure that we take off pointing in the right direction. So we want to take off and go that way to slow down our orbit. Almost missed that window. I was too busy talking and thinking. So let's burn. I do not see. Our orbit is moving very slowly. We may use all this fuel. That will be okay. And let's just do that. And we will change the thrust limit. And then from here, that's as close as we're going to get. So I think that'll be fine. That gives us 480 to circularize, which it says it should take 160. And then another 80 to get down to the surface. So we can use that to get down to the surface, and then we have 1400 to play with when we get home. So, how long? 8 days to get there? Why don't we warp way out there? We'll change the thrust limiter when we can. Once we stop warping. Where are we? Yeah, we're way up here. We are going to reach it on this orbit, right? I think I maybe messed up. Are we going to come back all the way down and go out? Let's focus on... Oh, there's Kerbal. I guess I cannot focus on Kerbal. Where is our first orbit? I mean, I guess it's going to come all the way around. We'll see. Let's do some science while we're out here. I feel like it's too far away to do that. Could be a wasted mission. Log pressure, nothing. Run. Transmit that. There's Kerbal. And yeah, Minmus is way over here. Why don't we wait? I guess it is going to come all the way around. No, it's not. We're going to do another loop. I hope that we're okay here. It's really hard to see. We'll quick save. So it is this one. We're going to get down to 100. I guess that's where we started. That makes sense since we haven't run into Minmus or any other object. It didn't adjust our orbit. Had me a little worried for a second. So let's warp again. Yeah, the mission is just a little bit longer than what it should have been. But I guess that's what we get when we save some delta V. Anything I can do out here, like crew report, EVA. I was going to say you can't get out. Nothing. All right. So we'll board. We'll map it. And we will time warp to here. Is there no more encounter? Oh, there is. Okay. Warp to there. And then once we have an encounter, we can mess with our orbits again. Any day now, we should change. There we go. And now, no, don't warp. Add maneuver. How much delta V? $190. And will that get us to land where we want? I think that'll be fine. 241? Yeah, we'll be okay there. While we're at it, let's run some science. Run crew report. I've already been here, so there's not much. We'll send that one back. Yeah, I think we've done most. What is that one? Yeah, no seismic things to do here. So let's point retrograde. We'll save again, just a quick save. And let's time warp 7-second burn. All right, so we can just burn from here. Really doesn't matter. We are pointing in the right direction. There's Minmus. So yeah, we'll just burn from here. And I always like landing in the lakes. Those are always fun. All right, so we'll get rid of that. Somewhere around there. We're not going to worry too much about it. We did miss the orbit science since we're no longer in like a steady orbit. But I think that'll be okay. We'll see what this science says. I'll just high over Minmus. Okay. Have we done... I guess there isn't like a difference between orbital science and suborbital. If you're in space, you're in space. I feel like that's wrong though. At least for KSP. Warp here, quick save again. And our goal is just to land and get back. So what are we at? 47. Do we want to slow down? I mean, the answer is yes, but do we want to do it now? Maybe. I mean, we're only going 170 compared to the surface, so maybe we'll wait until we're like 10 kilometers up. Is that too late? Yeah, we're not going to land in those lakes there. We're going to land at a higher peak. Why don't we just go a little bit faster? And then we can bleed off all of our speed now. Near Minmus, okay. So is this one going to be different? That one is not. That one is. Alright, so why don't we do... just slow down a little bit. World's first, we have entered suborbital spaceflight above Minmus. I don't think any of these are really going to be much different. No. Alright, that's fine. Before we forget, let's extend that. I think that's everything. Let's do... instead of sea level, we'll do the terrain. That'll give us a better idea of how close we are. And we're just going to kind of wait. Quick save again. Real quick. Nothing. Crew report. Yeah, it's all not the biome specific, just kind of above where we are. So ideally we want to do like a suicide burn. Sorry, YouTube. But just the very last second, oops, point in the right direction, and then kind of like SpaceX does it now, where you light the engines right before you hit the ground, at the very last second. That saves the most fuel. What is our orbit? I mean, orbit doesn't matter at this point. So we just want to make sure we land at a relatively slow speed. With 56 delta V. I always hate landing. Quick save again, because I probably will mess up. And it's really been many years since I've landed anything. So 3,000. Alright. We'll light that engine. Quick save. Crew report, nothing. One of these is like biome specific. Is the temperature? No. No, okay. Once we get closer, we can see our shadow. So that any moment should hit the ground. There it goes, kaboom. It didn't blow up. I'm very surprised by that. But it is floating away. I guess it blew up and bounced away. There's our shadow. There we go. Oh, there it is. I was like, I hear it. So we are on. We'll quick save. Keep that pointing up. Contract parameter complete. Touchdown on Minmus. 150K. I thought this said rendezvous. I'm reading things. We landed. Great. Let's do crew report. We can send that back. We will do mystery goo. Keep that. Material study. We've got to make sure that we pick those up. Really pick up everything. Log pressure. Log seismic. It's interesting that seismic data you wouldn't be able to just send back. Same with temperature. Extend. I guess we can't run the experiment because we're on the ground. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Everything good. If we EVA, we will EVA report. Keep. We will collect. Can't reach those. Mr. Go, we did. Take data. Store everything. Okay, so let's get on the ground. Nice little picture there. Move the mouse out of the way so I can use it for my thumbnail. Maybe like that. Looks good. We will not remove the helmet, not lower the visor. Keep that. Take a surface sample and plant a flag. This will be our first landing anywhere. First space landing. I guess that's good. And let's learn to walk a little better. It's nice that we don't have to jump. Board. EVA report. Okay, it's already stored. let's review. Keep, send, keep everything. World's first, walked on the surface of Minmus, planted a flag on Minmus. All good there. So from here, so it is going that way, which means we want to go basically directly up. Let's click save. T. Are we good to leave? Anything else we need? How many things did I forget? All of them? Let's go. So we will just point directly off the surface. Somewhere around there. And then a little bit away from Kerbal. Where is Kerbal? Like that. Yeah, that's kind of like the perfect escape trajectory. Well, not quite perfect, but that'll do. And then we'll just bring this down. Yeah, we have 1,000 delta V. And we'll just hang out until we get to here. 9 days. Why so long? 8 days. Oh, because we're going the other direction. That makes sense. Yeah, we're doing a backwards orbit. Just to make our maneuver a little bit easier. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's the quickest way back. Most efficient. So we'll just keep going. Eventually we'll escape. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are going in the right direction. The original direction I thought, but once we get back here, we got to go all the way around. So here is like maybe an hour or so from now. It made sense, but then it didn't. And now it does again. All right, so we have 1,000 delta V to bring our periapsis down to Kerbal. Not surface. I was like, what is going on? There we go. So we'll bring that way down. I guess we could have got a gravity assist. But we got the delta V for it. There we go. 800 to spare. What a great mission. All right, so we escaped the sphere of influence. I think we can just time warp to here. 2 days. Just warpy warp. And we do need to land on the moon at some point too. There was a mission for that, but I'm sure it's expired since it's been 11 days since we've checked mission control. All right, so that one is there. We can warp to there. I don't think there's really any science we need. I think we picked everything up from inside. We could do another check, but I guess from here we can look. We can retract that because we're close enough. Okay, we can't because We're doing a time warp. We will point retrograde still. Log, nothing. Just check it all. Log, nothing. I think I just did that twice in a row. Log, we can't do that. Why don't we run that? I don't think... we could keep that, actually. What are we at, 370? And going fast. Can't see a thing. Download data. Board. We're good there. So everything that's retracted. Retract. Close. Retract. And I guess it doesn't matter because everything is going to burn up. Quick save again. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try the heat shield. Retrograde. We do have the heat shield, yes. So we'll just use that. We won't slow down our orbit at all. Straight from Minmus down here. Going 3,000 meters per second. But, I mean, that's what heat shields are for. So, let's just get ourselves back home. Alright, we've reached orbit. Crew report. Oh, we can take that. I don't think we've done that yet. No other science on here to speak of, so that's all we can do. We could try to do an EVA, but chances are Jebediah would get shot off. So we will not do that. We want to keep Jebediah alive. And if he did get shot off, we wouldn't get the science anyways. So that would be sad. You know what? I made a boo-boo. We should have lowered our orbit even more. Because we're going to bounce off and head back into space. And now we got to wait for another orbit. Oops. So yeah, we are headed back out past the moon. Another 12 hours. Well, I guess another day. Yep. So we've extended Jebediah's mission by an entire day. That's not a good sign. We don't want to run into the moon. I think this will adjust our orbit enough that we won't. It's a good thing we quick saved, I guess. Where are we at? I promise, this is not my first time playing. It often looks that way. Alright, so we'll point retrograde. How's our charge? We do have electric charge. Ablator is okay for now. Let's turn that off. Yeah, the more we do this, the closer we're getting to the moon. The last thing we want is to adjust our orbit to run directly into the moon. That would be terrible, terrible luck. All right, So we're out. We are going to get an encounter with the moon. But it doesn't look like it's going to adjust things too much. Cannot warp so far. Or are we? Seven hours. I guess we can't warp past the encounter. Well, maybe we could do some EVA reports and stuff while we're wasting all this time. Jebediah just wants to get home and have a meal. 12 days with no food. Alright, so we are here. Crew report. Do not overwrite. Review. Well, we can't send it back anyways. EVA, nothing. Alright. Board, map. Warp here. And hopefully this time we can land. What's our periapsis? 155. So we're stuck in orbit now. Because the moon adjusted our orbit. So now we have to go save Jebediah. Well, we did make a quick save. We can go back and burn since we had that stuff. I think that's what I want to do. Is this our last quick save? I know, it's cheating. Honest mistake. So now, point retrograde. And yeah, we'll just burn from here. Bring our periapsis down. I don't remember what we want it to be. I guess we should have burned more from Minmus to bring it down to like 35 or so. Alright, so we can ditch that. We'll do a crew report. Yeah, nothing there. Let's do some science in the atmosphere. Extend. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me wanted to save Jebediah from space, but those missions to me are a little bit boring sometimes, so we will quickly do crew report, send, log science, can't do that, log pressure, keep, review, we'll send it, extend, I guess we can't do it in the atmosphere, log, send, and then from here, we'll do that. That's blowing up, that's fine. We're in the atmosphere. So our apoapsis is coming down. No chance of running into the moon and adjusting our orbit. So even if we skipped off, which we won't, we will stay inside. What does our blader look like? Oh yeah, we're fine. What is heating up though? I guess it is the heat shield. Cool. Alright, so we're good there. Could we do a crew report? We could. It's the upper atmosphere. So yeah, we are well within. We're at our highest point now. Everything's breaking up. We don't need any of those pieces. Just do a few crew reports just to see. The blader's 158. We're fine there. What is this? Oxygen and stuff? Not something I've thought about. But he lasted for 12 days, so we had plenty. A little bit less, a little bit more than half. Carbon's upper atmosphere. Let's speed this up. We're still in upper atmosphere. I don't know where lower atmosphere starts. Review, keep. If we did a crew report, yeah, it'd overwrite, so we'll leave that there. So ground level's about 1,000 above, and actually, just do a parachute now. What an adventure. Jebediah has quite an interesting life. Very dangerous one. Yeah, I'm glad I split this up into 2 episodes, like the build phase and then the actual mission one. It was almost 3 parts. If we had saved Jebediah, I would have ended that episode, but like I said, not my favorite type of mission. We will do some docking stuff, which is basically what that mission would have been, but I like to save that for space station type missions. Why are you going so fast? That seemed like a very hard landing. EVA, nope. Take surface sample, yep. Board. Recover. So we did it. Not without incident, but we made it to Minmus and back. As far as Jebediah is concerned, we did some time travel. He had no idea that he was almost lost in space for another 12 or so days while we picked him up. So we got another 589 science. We're up to 1,000. We got 801 funds. Jebediah advanced to level 2, and we have $800,000 or funds to play with. Contract complete. We got 150 from that. Completion reward, 195 from that. 34,000 from returning from the surface of Minmus. Let's see what mission control. Explore, rendezvous 2 vessels. No thank you. Position satellite Mark 1 adjusted orbit. That we may be able to do, depending how adjusted it is. Repair, ferry, rescue, science data from around the moon. Position satellite in a tundra orbit. That sounds fun. But we are going to save all that for next episode. So yeah, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all for joining me. Wow, I messed up that outro. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.